Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has warned power companies have a responsibility to their customers. Australians are experiencing major supply issues and face the possibility of rolling blackouts. Joining us to discuss this, Head of Batteries at Smart Energy, Joel Power. Joel, thanks for getting up early for us, mate. Let's start with the good news. And AEMO has scrambled to allay fears of major problems this weekend on the East Coast and South Australia.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tim. Yeah, it's a major issue, and it's lucky that the AEMO have stepped in. What we're seeing with blackouts is really it's a supply issue. Now, we have all the power that we need in Australia, but it's a pricing issue, and the suppliers of this power are just not willing to produce it at the prices that they're able to sell it at. So it is good that the AEMO have stepped in, but we've got to wait and see what happens in the future.
Why are we seeing such an increase in energy prices?
It's really been a perfect storm. So we've obviously had a cold weather snap across the East Coast recently. And at the moment, we've got a series of coal-fired power stations that are out. And then obviously we've got spiking commodity prices because of the war in Ukraine. So those three things coming together are really going to be bad news for the consumer at the end of the day, because it's going to be them seeing the dramatic rise in their energy bills from these spiking prices.
Okay, now everyone's checking where they're filling up their car, where they're buying their lettuce from. It's been a huge change from COVID into what's going on at the moment. How can Australians save money through solar power?
So solar power is really one of the best ways that Australians can save money on their energy bills. It really gets my goat when I hear people saying to, turn down your heating or to try and save money in other ways, because solar power is a tried and tested way. And with today's technology, with solar and batteries, your home can reduce its energy bills by, up to 80%, sometimes more, and you can protect yourself from these blackouts. So there's over 3 million homes that have already invested in solar energy. So if you haven't done it, now is the time to take control of your energy costs, because there's no point sitting around waiting for the government to do it. Australians have got to look out for themselves here.
Because it's the last thing we want. We're not medical experts, you or I, but we don't want people turning their essential heating off in the middle of winter.
No, exactly. And Tim, why should we have to do that? We live in a first world country. We've got a big wealth of natural resources. We shouldn't be having to, modify our basic comforts in the winter months. It's about being able to reduce your energy bills in other ways. And the best thing about using solar energy and batteries is, you can do your bit for the environment, but it really has a good effect on your pocket. It saves that money going to energy companies. You can keep it in and you don't have to sacrifice on your creature comforts.
Absolutely. Now, what does the rising costs of energy mean for everyday Australians?
Well, first it was grocery prices, then it was petrol, now it's energy bills. So Australians are having to, cut back and save money wherever they can. So that is why we are pushing people to move towards renewable energy, because it does save them money. But this problem with energy bill price rises, with this price spiking and with blackouts, this is not a short-term problem. We are expecting this to continue for the next 3 to 5 years. So it is something that people need to be able to make decisions about and take control where they're able to, and renewable energy is a good way to do that.
Well, tell us about Smart Energy and the way that Smart Energy is making solar accessible to all Australians.
Yeah, so Smart Energy, we're one of the largest solar and battery retailers in the country, and we've got over 20,000 customers. And we believe that solar energy and battery systems should be affordable for everyone. And what we do is we will specialise in letting you get solar and battery systems on your home. You don't have to pay any money up front, and you are able to use the savings that you get from that system to be able to pay it off over time. So for lots of Australians, it's actually financially better off straight away for them to invest in a solar and battery system. And they're setting their home up for good, which is something that we've really noticed since the pandemic. And now with these blackouts, people are interested in securing their home and securing their energy supply. So that's what we do at Smart Energy.
How can we break it down for older people in our community? Because it's difficult. Change is difficult, and technology is hard for lots of us, including myself, to get our head around.
Yeah, I know it can be confusing, and it seems like it might be a big change to make, but really the process is quite simple. If you're currently paying an energy bill, a lot of that money is coming from power that you're buying for the grid. So when you get a solar system and battery installed on your home, you're no longer purchasing that electricity, and any electricity that is generated comes from the sun, and it's essentially free. So you can reduce your energy outgoing straight away by getting a solar and battery system on your home. It's important to get it custom designed for your home, but basically as soon as that system's up there, you will stop paying money to energy companies, and then you can use the savings to pay the system off over a time period that suits you.
And it makes you and your family more sustainable, more independent when it comes to energy, obviously.
Yeah, and it really is that independence, Tim, that we're finding is driving people towards solar and batteries especially. You know, it's great to do your bit for the environment, but really it comes down to being able to know exactly what you're spending, how much money you're saving, and you just have that security. No one likes the lights going out and no one likes getting big bills every 3 months. So being able to take control of that has been a major motivator for Australians switching over to solar and battery systems.
Good on you, Joel. Thanks so much for coming on the program this morning. Very important information. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for having me, Tim.